Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Good evening, everybody. Let's just check we are working everywhere, and woohoo, we are working on Facebook and on YouTube, which is absolutely marvellous. Subtitles need to go off because you don't want their interpretations of what I'm saying. Good evening, Pam. Hi to everybody on YouTube. I can see you there already. Paula, Denise, Sandra, Christine, Carol. Hopefully it'll work tonight. Saz, Joanne, Mandy, Elizabeth, Rob, Judith. Hopefully YouTube will behave for us tonight. It didn't last week, if you remember, or the week before, whenever it was. I can't remember. Hi, Jean. So let's take this off. This is a little bit of a treat tonight. Something different. Let's take this off. Move that. Is my mat straight? It is now. So how are you, everybody? Everybody good? The weather's been miserable. I've had a dodgy fuzzy head for a few days because of the weather. Hi, Lona. So good evening to everybody. You're coming in thick and fast, so I can't keep up. Oh, I've got the wrong glasses on. I can't even see. Let me change them. It helps when you can see what you're reading, Phil. So this is probably one of the most simple cards I've ever made. Well, I say that, but we'll see. We'll see if I can complicate it more than it needs to be. I'm sure I can. I'm sure I can. Oh, YouTube's behaving. Thank you. I did complain to them. I'm just talking to everybody on YouTube. I did go straight onto the help thing after the last YouTube failed. And I was talking to this lovely lady, I forgot her name already, on this chat thing, telling her what had happened. And she says, oh, I'm going to be a few minutes. Bear with me. So I said, have I got time to make a coffee? And she says, yeah, go and make a coffee. And then when I came back, she'd closed the chat. I thought, I can't be bothered to go through all that again. It's been sunny. I need to come to Kent. I really do. No flowers. No flowers at all. The flowers are in the stamps. Hi, Carole. Hi, Sue, Helen, Elaine. Everybody I've not spoken to. Yeah, mine's been the same, Zoe, for a few days. In fact, I fell asleep on the settee the other day and woke up feeling worse. So, right, okay, so are the lights bright enough? I think they are. So let's get this show on the road. It's supposed to be a quicker one tonight. Let's see if it does. Weather's been great in Norwich. It's been raining and fuzzy all day here. Got those stamps. Can't wait to see what you do. Well, we're using them in a different way tonight, Elaine. Better than yesterday, Michelle says. Well, it's not here. It's miserable here. So let's change that miserable. Yeah, I know. Helen was telling me, Chrissy, bless her. Jean, sorry. Helen was telling me she'd spoken to Chrissy. She's having a rough time, so she is. So, new demo tonight is something I don't think I've shown you before, and it's the simplest thing in the world. And what it will mean is, well, I'm doing floral, obviously, because that's my thing. But any stamps that you've got, any image stamps that you've got, you're going to be able to use them in this new way. So you may have seen this before, you may not have seen this before. I don't think I've done that. Oh, sorry, Margaret. It's been warm in Sheffield. It's warm here, but it's humid and muggy. Will there be a foliage dye stamp bundle again on the Thursday special? Well, this Thursday special is very, very special, Linda. They are every week. But it's a very pretty bundle this Thursday. So for anybody who doesn't know what Linda's talking about, if you are a member of our Facebook group, which is called Crafting with Phil Martin and Sentimentally Yours, on a Thursday evening, we have a special exclusive live demo for an hour with a special offer bundle. But that's just for the members. Thank you, Jean. That's just for the members of our group. So if you're not in the group yet, get yourself searching for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours and request to join the group. Remember to accept the rules, because I won't let you in if you don't accept the rules. It shows you them when you request to join. And also I do check to make sure you are crafters. So if you're not a crafter, you're not coming in. It's as simple as that. And it's a fabulous group, loads of lovely talented crafters in there who are always happy to help. So get yourself in, and then you'll see what all the fuss is about on a Thursday evening. Right, let's get this show on the road. So I'm using the Floral Curio stamps tonight, and I'm probably going to use all three. So I know just about everybody will have the Floral Curio stamps now, and if you haven't, you're going to be out of luck pretty soon, because we've only got like handfuls of these left. They are from a couple of years ago, but there are literally just handfuls of them left. I don't know which set I'm going to use, but you've got the Corsage, which has the big one, the circles and the corners. So Corsage is the one with the big roses and daisies, and Posy is the one with the pansies and the roses and the big flower. There you go, that big thing. They're both beautiful. I don't know which one I'm going to use tonight, but I will decide as we go along. So what I wanted to show you tonight was to... you've not got these, Elaine. Elaine. Oh, Helen. I spoke to Helen the other day at the shop, bless her. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to show you how to do layered stamping, which is really, really, really easy. But there are a couple of tricks and tips that I can give you for this. So what we're basically going to do, I've got a 7.5 by 7.5 layer. So this is 7.5 inches. Then I've got a 7-inch layer. And then I've got whatever they are, a bit smaller. And these two top layers here, we're going to stamp the corners. I'm only going to do two. We're going to stamp the corners so that it comes off the page. So it comes off that page and straight onto the layer that goes underneath it. And there is a knack to it. It is really, really simple, and hopefully the tips I'm going to give you tonight will help you do this. And what it means is once we've stamped it, it will line up perfectly. And I'm saying perfectly in the hopes that it is perfect. So we will find out. We will find out later. Hi Hope, we've not started anything yet. Hi Sue. So a couple of things I'm going to show you before we start. I've been twirling my hair, it's falling out everywhere. Look. These two top layers, because I am using the alcohol pens to colour in. I'm using the alcohol pens tonight. So that means I can't use my normal pure white cardstock. And I just wanted to show you this because this is really, really important for me. That the brilliant white alcohol card is only one shade different to our pure white card. So you don't actually notice it, which I think is amazing because I'm fussy. So if you are wanting to use the alcohol pens, you need to treat yourself to the proper cardstock for them. And this is the Silky Smooth Brilliant White. We sell it in 40 sheets or 20. So if you only use your alcohol pens now and again, just get the 20 pack. But I promise you, the more you see me use them and show you how easy they are to work with, the more you'll want to use them yourself. So this is all on the website. Hi Nettie. So here we go. I'm not sure what colours I'm going to do tonight. And in my head I was going to do yellow and orange and browns. But I might change it for turquoises. We shall see. We shall see. So let's show you how to do this stamping on the corner. Let me just move my rug. There you go. My chair's got stuck under my rug. So I want to stamp the 2 corners on this. So I want to decorate 2 corners of this top section with the same stamp. So I'm just going to see which one fits better, because I can cherry pick which sections I want. You can hopefully see that. So I can cherry pick which area I want. So I could go, well, I think I'm going to do that, everybody. We're going to go smaller at the bottom and taller at the side, and I'll do the same in reverse there. So let's show you how to do that. Hi Audrey, couldn't get the comments to show. Now you've got it, you're raring to go. That's marvellous. Will you be restocking the have they sold out again, Linda? Hi Alison. Yeah, you do have to have special card, Helen. I've just spotted your comment. It needs to be the silky smooth. This is specifically for alcohol pens, and I'll get through all the technical stuff when we get to that stage. First, I want to show you how to stamp, because if I do this, look, if I just pop these on my stamping platform lined up like this and I stamp that, what's going to happen is where the 2 layers overlap, we're going to end up with a line, a gap. And we don't want that gap tonight. We don't want a gap. We want it to be lovely and neat. So here we go. Let me just get myself organised. Well, if you like the floral curio stamps, they are literally last legs now. So first things first, let me take you through the top tips. Stamping platform will be your bestest friend for this. It will be your bestest friend. Now, those of you that know me know that I always keep a piece of kitchen roll on my stamping platform. And in a shock move, I'm going to take that off tonight. And I'm going to replace it with a sheet of copier paper. So this is only because I like my platform to be clean. You don't have to do this. If you're not bothered about your sponge mat getting dirty, you don't have to do this, okay? So we're going to put the largest piece in the bottom corner. So this is why I needed to remove the kitchen roll. The kitchen roll was too big for the platform. The copy of paper, I've trimmed it down so that it fits on my platform, and I can go perfectly into this corner now, look, and pop that in place. So this is the largest piece of card I've got here. Everybody's shocked that I've taken the kitchen roll off. That's brilliant. What have I missed? Did you take a photo of the eclipse? Wow. Where are you, Rob? Evening, Sue. Yeah, you've not missed much. I've just done loads of yakking and talking. Joanne says, you go steady, taking the kitchen roll off my platform. Shocking. That platform, no kitchen roll, but we've replaced it with paper. So what that means now is I've protected my little sponge mat because I like it to be clean. I'm taking I don't know which one this is. This is the Corsage Collage, which is the one with the daisies and the big rose. We are going to use 3 of the stamps. And now I can line this up. So if you look at this stamp, if I pop it on there, hopefully you can see through the muck. Remember I said to you I want to keep it longer down the side and shallower on the bottom. So I'm just going to secure this and bring it up to show you, just so you can see. Oh, and of course it moved. Let me just get that in position. I want some of this, some of that, and a bit of this. That will do. Let me see if I can do it without moving the stamp. So if you probably can't see the card underneath, but basically it's a smaller area at the bottom and it's longer at the side. So we're going to pop that on there, just like that. And remember, when you are using alcohol pens, you have to stamp with memento. I don't know whether Karen, let me just have a look for you, Linda. If you'd have phoned the shop on Wednesday, I would have been able to serve you over the phone. What am I looking for? New arrivals, April 24. Top fold card blanks. Yeah, it says they're in stock. It does say they're in stock, Linda. So I'm not sure why that's happening. Little bit of this, little bit of the other. Yeah, so remember, when you are using and colouring with alcohol pens, you need to use memento. And the reason for that is memento is a dye-based ink, so it won't bleed into your pens. If you use the VersaFine Clair or the original VersaFine, they are solvent-based and they will bleed into your pens, which you don't want. You don't want to be investing in alcohol pens and then ruining them. So let's get this stamped up. This might be an old one. It's from 2020. So it's 4 years old, this ink pad. So let's see how black it is. Now, this is where the tips start to come in. We're going to keep the stamp. This stamp is not going to move from that position. So I'm not going to clean the stamp in between applications. Let's see how black it is. It might not, it might just be grey. Yeah, oh, Karen, I've just seen your comment. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Liz, Amazon. Liz, you can get little teeny tiny grip seal bags on Amazon. You just want like little, like an inch or something. Oh, that's lovely. Bloody lovely. That's not bad, is it? In fact, this is a really good way to show you. Can you see on the paper the gap? So you can see the gap between the two stamped sections, and that's because you can't push your stamp down hard enough. So leave the stamp where it is, everybody. Don't move the stamp. What we're going to do is rotate this. We're going to rotate the card and do the other corner. Just make sure it's straight in your platform. So we're going to do the opposite corner. Just making sure I've got it secured properly before I stamp. Hi Dorothy, not to worry. You can get the re-inkers for the memento pads. You can, yeah. I've never used them. I never get it right and I make a mess. So I think they're only about a £5, aren't they, these? So, and you know I don't pay for anything at the shop. So let's do the opposite corner. So we're doing the opposite corner now. And because we're working on squares, this is really, really easy to do. It's just as easy if you're doing rectangles. Not so easy if you're doing circles and ovals, but anything with a right angle with a straight edge, it's easy peasy. So that is our first 2 stamped sections. How gorgeous are these stamps? Oh, look at that. Right, so hi Melanie. Melanie, I saw your name earlier and I thought, oh, it's Mel Heaton. Okay, so at this stage, everybody, at this stage, look, we've done our large piece. And remember, this is all we're going to see of this is the very, very edge. So all this part inside is going to be covered up. So keep your stamp in exactly the same position as it is now. And pop your smaller piece. So pop your smaller top piece in. And do the same thing again. So we're going to do, let's just make sure that's straight. And it isn't. It needs to be straight. And now it is. I'll just do this stamping and then I'll catch up with some of your comments. So you'll immediately see in a minute why we've done this. And just about everybody has a stamping platform now. This is still my favourite. I don't need one with that does lots of different things. I just want it to stamp my stamps. And now so the stamp is in exactly the same position, look. And we're stamping again. The only thing that's changed is the size of this piece of card. Oh, that's just so, you're going to love this. And then repeat on the opposite corner. I'm not doing all 4 corners. You could if you wanted to. I'm just doing 2 corners. And then repeat again. Well, thank you, Jean. I hope it works. Oh, Melody says, I've had emails for Mel Heaton before now. That's brilliant. And I know, obviously, I know Mel really well. She'd have thought that was hilarious. And we're going to do the opposite corner. So remember, the stamp doesn't change position. The only thing that changes is the card is rotated. And the 2 sizes. So if we wanted to, we could go smaller. We could build, I can't remember what they call it anymore. But we used to have like, I can't even remember who made them. Like Invitage and, what's the other one? Invitage and something else, I can't remember. Pyramage. Invitage and Pyramage, where the image would get smaller as it gets stacked higher. And we could obviously do that with these stamps. So now at this stage, I am going to clean my stamp. Yeah, larger one. It doesn't really matter, Jean. As long as the stamp stays in position and you work in the corner of your platform, as long as you stay in the corner of your platform and the stamp stays in position, it doesn't matter whether you do the larger or the smaller first. Gonna try this as soon as you get home. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm showing you something new. And the other good thing about Memento, it cleans off your stamps really easily. Now, let me just put this stamp away. Try not to get muck on this card. Here it is. I'm just going to put the stamp back where it belongs. And then we've got another little bit of stamping to do before we move on. Let's put that in the right place. I mean, you know I love these stamps. I'm still using them now, even a couple of years in. I might do a V2, a version 2. So pop that back on there. And then also for this card, I've die cut 2 of the little tags. And you know what I'm going to say, everybody. These are the scallop tag trio. I haven't put any links on or anything. The platform I use, Helen, is a Hampton Art one. And I honestly don't know whether you can get them anymore. But we sell the one from Crafts 2. I don't know whether we've got any in stock. Did I say some big words? What big word did I say? I love these little tags because you've got the little dinky one, and we're going to decorate these tags at the same time. They are the doodah ones. When you say quick, when I can see how this would take me hours. Well, do you know what, Katerina? I think for me, if I was making this for myself, I would probably spend ages and ages on the colouring in, because I like to do lots of shading and everything. But it'll be a quicker version tonight. So we're going to decorate these 2 tags. Now I've cut these tags, all this die cutting here. So everything that I've done with the die cutting is with the alcohol card. Okay? So it even cuts nice on there. We're going to move away from the corsage stamp. Oh, let me just show you this, by the way. Look, I never showed you, did I? Are you ready, Jean? Are you ready, Jean? Let's see if this is going to work. Now, if this doesn't work, I'll be most embarrassed, and the live might accidentally go off air. So bottom layer, top layer. And now look. Uh-oh, look at this. Let's get that lined up. It's absolutely spot on. I love that so much. Let me just get it lined up to show you. Just get it lined up to show you. Here we go. There we go. So hopefully you can see that that's lined up spot on. Isn't that fab? Hiya, Rose. I'm just making sure it is, and of course it is. There we go. Right, so whilst we've got this tag, we're going to stamp the tag using the smaller stamps that come with the same trio. So if you remember, when I designed these originally, I did the corners, and the reason I haven't used the corners on that top piece, yeah, is because they're just not big enough. The flowers are not big enough for covering that kind of space that we want there. So I'm not using the corners this time. I'm going to use the circles. Now, you might not be instantly drawn to the circles, but I love them. So these were designed like coffee stains. So like a coffee stain, yeah, like a coffee ring from where you put your cup down, and then you've got the flowers in them. Now, I don't want the coffee stain. I'm just going to use the flowers in the centre. And if I just explain to you why. So these flowers are obviously quite big. If you move down to the circles, the flowers are the next size down, so they're a little bit smaller. And if you move down to the corners, the flowers are smaller again. So the whole combination of the set of 3 is really, really useful. Now I'm going to use the circle one, but not as a circle. We're just going to use it as I just want the centre part. So I'm just going to pop that on my block. All I want is to do that. Can you see what I'm doing? Let me stamp it and then you'll see what I'm doing. I'm glad I've given you some inspiration, some ideas. Just got to remember to keep the stamp in the same position. Oops, the stamp in the same position. So I'm stamping the larger of the two tags, and I don't want the coffee stain on it. I just want the flowers. Are you ready? This is brilliant as well for using these stamps without the circles. So we've now made a lovely daisy corner. So we've made a lovely daisy corner from a circular stamp. How gorgeous is that? How gorgeous is that? And then with the smaller one, I'm going to do the smaller circle. So I'm doing all the stamping now because then I can leave the ink to dry properly before I start colouring in. That was the chair. Circular one, the small circle one. So it's the same image, and this time I'm going on the opposite side. I'm covered in wet. It's roasting in here. So same thing again, just with the smaller stamp. And then I'm doing the opposite side this time. So let's just make sure I don't get the rings on that, because I don't want the rings, I just want a little bit of the daisy on there. I've got a little dinky daisy. So that's how these are going to look when I've got them together. Aren't they pretty? That's why these little tag dies are fabulous. They're smaller than the others. Right, so stamping is all done apart from the sentiment, and we can do the sentiment later. Let's just pop that back where it belongs. So the only colour that is going to be on this card will be from the alcohol pens. And the fan's going to have to go on in a minute. So, top tip. I'm just looking at my top tip. Do you know what? It looks good both ways. It looks nice like that lined up, but it also looks nice like that. And I'm tormenting myself now. I'm tormenting myself. Right, so top tips. Let's get the pens out. So if you've seen me use these pens before, you will know I always tell you to have a scrap. Have a scrap of the doodah, the alcohol card, so you can test your colours. Now, I told you when I was prepping this demo, in my head, I had like burnt oranges and browns. But I might go turquoise. So I might go turquoise. So a couple of things to tell you. The pens are half price. So the pens are still only $19.99 for a set of 24. These are not going to last so long, I can tell you now, because we've had them a year or two. Can't even remember how long it is. But I know they're not going to last forever, which is why they are still 19.99. Yeah. Do you know, I've looked at those parts of the circle stamps and used them and not realised the flowers got smaller. Oh, Elaine, darling, you know I like things. Yeah, 2 for Jean. Turquoise. Right, the general consensus is the turquoises then. So just so you know, I've got 2 full sets of these pens. 1 set with the brush nib and 1 set with the bullet nib. And I've got mine all organised into colour families. Just makes it easier. Did I say I was going to get a breath and have a drink? I didn't, but I am. I'm not sure, Kerry, to be honest, because the people who are going are generally brands in their own right. So I honestly don't know, Kerry. I promise you we'll get there next year. It's just this year they gave my stand to somebody else before I got to it. So I had a paddy. And we're away anyway, I'm busy. I just can't get bigger pieces of card in my small cramp. Have you not got the same platform as me, Karen? Yeah, honestly, the Crafts 2 platform is quite good. I use the Hampton Art one, but I don't know whether you can get that anymore. Right, so I've done all that. Now let's choose some colours. So in these stamps, and I'm tormenting myself because I really like it together like that, but I really like that as well, because this is giving us a little hint of what's underneath. But I'll colour them in and we'll decide. So on here I've got 2 roses, the big doodah and the big daisy. So I know I need 4 or 5 pens to do that. So let's choose some colours. And I'll do this with the chisel. So that is very pale. That might be too pale. And that is number... Where's my pen? That is 171. That's 171. Oops. Oh, don't do that. Don't rub over wet biro. 172. And this is a really useful thing to do when you're testing your colours. $179. So remember, I'm looking for 4 or 5 pens, 4 or 5 colours that will coordinate. That's the pen. That will coordinate nicely together. That's too dark, so I'm not even going to bother with that. That was 58. That was too dark. Let's go greeny. That's quite nice. 166. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 1 more pen. And I might go very dark. I might do. Let's see. 57. 56. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, 56 is nice. So these are the colours I'm going to go for. Sorry for the squeaking in your ear. It does squeak when you're rubbing the pens on the yeah, put the number on once you've written it. And then you know which one you're picking up. Yeah. So what I generally do, and this is the easiest thing in the world, we're going to choose 3 colours. So 56, 56, 171 and 179. So 56, 171 and 179. So we've got a minty greeny colour, very pale turquoise colour. We've got a darker turquoise and we've got a mid one. Let me show you. So a pale one, a mid one, which is bordering on turquoisey blue. And then we've got a proper turquoisey green there. Yeah. And we're going to go in, we'll do the daisy, I think, in this colour. And I'm going to go in with the darkest one first. So I'm doing the daisy with this. I just need to change my glasses because they are my computer ones. And I need my... Oh, that's better. So I'm just going to flick. I'm not going to spend ages on this, everybody. But I will do it properly just so you know how to use this. I can't give you any ideas of which pen set to go for first, because you'll end up you will end up needing all the pens. What I can say to you is, while they are $19.99, take advantage of that. So just collect one and then get another one when you've got a spare $19.99, and then collect them. So what I'm doing here, I am using the bullets. Remember, they come with the brush nib, not the bullet. So treat yourself to the bullet nibs as well. This is the darkest colour. And I'm just flicking. I'm just flicking from the centre. Now, Katrina's just asked a really important question. Do I colour dark to light? And the honest answer to that is, it depends what I'm doing. So when I do the rose, for example, I'll probably go light first and then tone shade with the darker one and then blend with the light. So it really just depends on what I'm doing. But as a general rule of thumb, sometimes it's easier to add the darker colour first because you can bleed it out. And if I just show you on the back of this cardstock, look, this is why you need the proper card. Yeah, that's what happens when you rub it over biro. So this card will allow the alcohol to evaporate at the right pace. So for blending purposes, oh, I'm getting all technical. For blending purposes, it's the best cardstock I've ever used. So let's just do the little daisy. And I'm also going to do the butterfly wings. So I'll do this all in one go. What time is it? Oh, it's only 7:45. We've got ages. So we're going to do the butterfly wings now, okay? And I'm not going to colour the whole butterfly because it would be too much. I'm just going to do the tips of the wings. But we're going to do a soft blend. So this is another technique to do with your pens. And we're just going to do dots like this. Now remember, this is the darkest colour. So if you were doing pinks or purples, it would be the same. It would be the same technique. The darkest one first. You've got to trust me with this. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Okay. We're going to move on to the next shade down. And the next shade down is the 179. So we're moving down to the 179, which is the next darkest. And I'm going to go halfway up where I've already been. Bless you, Linda. I prefer... So Lynn's just asked a really good question as well. Lynn's just said, do I prefer the bullet or the brush? So The bullet nibs are easier. The bullet nibs are really, really easy to use. The brush nibs do take some practice, but the brush nibs are amazing. They are really, really soft, so they do get damaged quite quickly. I'll be truthful with you. But you know, if you're doing skin tones, the brush nibs are amazing. If you are treating yourself to a set of pens, just get one packet of the bullet nibs to go with them, just so you've got them. Okay. I'm just gonna flick to YouTube just to see. Oh, one of your little dogs is called Daisy. Is it better to store the ink pads face down? Jennifer, I keep mine like that in tubs. Whenever I hear Daisy, I always sing it in your head. Oh, I'm glad you like them, Karen. I'll need to catch up with the YouTube comments before we come off air, because I can't see the comments afterwards. So what we're going to do now with the next colour is I'm going to flick again, but only halfway up where we've already been. So just halfway up. And I'll bring it in to show you in a second. It's the easiest thing in the world. Anybody can do this. So I'll bring that in to show you, and hopefully you can, there you go, you can just see. It's now slightly darker in the centre. And I've just got to repeat that with the other side, other daisies. I'll try and do this quick because I don't want you to get bored and nod off. So although we've used a lighter colour, this is a lighter colour than the one that's gone down first. It's shaded, it's already started to add shading to that centre. And then back to the butterflies. And we're now adding a second colour. So I'm not trying to colour it in yet, look. I'm just adding the second colour. Maybe I should have done this as a separate video just to be uploaded. But we have got ages yet, and at least I'm teaching you something new. So the second colour's gone in, look. Would I need to buy bullet nibs separately, Phil, as all my SY sets have a chisel tip and a brush? Yes, Trish, you can buy them individually. I think there's 50 for a £5 or something like that, Trish. So you would only need, how many would you need? There's 248 pens, so you'd need 5 sets to replace all of them. But please, please, please don't throw your brush nibs away. Save them. Yeah, these are dots. Save the brush nibs and just write a sticker. These are just dots, look. There won't be dots when we've finished. So we've done the first two colours. Now we're going to move to the next two. I've got mixed up now. 171, 56, 79 and 171. So we're now moving on to the lightest colour. So this 171 is the palest colour. And I'm going to go all over everything. In fact, you know what? I'll do it quick. So I'm going over everywhere I've been already. And I'm just going to show you the difference. So if you look at this petal, look how soft that blend is, because the lighter colour is bleeding out the two darker colours. And colouring in circles when you use your alcohol pens. as much as you can. I'm rubbish at time management, as you know. I thought this would only take me about 20 minutes. Okay. So now at this stage, I'm going to do the other one in a second. I'll whiz through them. So what's happening now is, as the alcohol is drying, it's blending these colours together. So before it dries fully, I'm going back in with the darkest one. I'm going back in with the darkest one. Just a tiny bit in the centre. And I'm just going to do a little bit where the shadowing is there, look. So let me just show you what I've done. Okay, so I've gone back in the centre. If you wanted to, you could spend ages on this. You could do all the proper shading. I'm not going to do that tonight. I'm just showing you the basics. And now I'm going to go back with the palest one. I'm going back with the palest one. So this the lightest colour, and I'm going from the outside this time up to where the two colours join. So I'm not going over the centre. I'm just going up to where the two colours join. And then after I've done this, I'm going to bring it in and show you. And I'm going to whiz round and do the other daisies real quick. As a general rule of thumb... Oh, I've already done that one. Have I done that one? Can't remember. So that's I mean, look at that. That literally took a few minutes. Literally just took a few minutes. So I'm going to whiz round and do the same with the others. So just bear with me. Bear with. I'll get a drink and I'll whiz through. I'm just going to whiz through these now. Had I already done that? No. You can't really do this wrong. The only mistake you can really make with alcohol pens is choosing the wrong colours to start with. And I always say what I like and what you like are two completely different things. I've just missed a stage of that. I've just realised what I've done, so forgive me. I've missed a stage of it, but it'll be fine. Right, okay, so that's those two done. I'm just going to whiz through these two little parts here. It gets easier as they get smaller. I'll read your comments properly later when I've got a drink. I'm whizzing through. You just need to remember to do the full cover blend. This is the full cover blend look, where I'm going over everything. Missed a bit of petal there. I've got it on there, got it on there. And then back in with the dark one. Back in with the dark one. Back from the outside in with the pale one. And you can make it as strong or as soft as you like. And while I've got the pale one, we will do the dots on the butterflies. I hope you're not getting bored yet. So these are dots again, and these dots are going over the dots that are already there. Just remember with alcohol pens, you need to give them time to blend and dry in. So although it doesn't instantly look like they are blending, as the alcohol dries, the ink blends. Okay, so pop that there. And I'm going to move on now to the other flowers. Now, do you want me to whiz through these? Do you want me to just whiz through them? Oh, bugger, I forgot the other parts. Oh, no, I've got a daisy on here. Ah. I've got a daisy on here, so I've got to do it, everybody. I'm sorry. I'll just do it quick because this is just the bottom section. You're not really going to see. You're only going to see half an inch of it. There we go. And I will whiz through with the others. So for the daisy, obviously we've used the stronger colour, so I'm going to get rid of the darkest colour this time. So the darkest colour I've taken away, and we're now going to use the 3 lighter ones. So I'll do the, which one's this? 179. I think I'll do the 2 roses in 179. And forgive me because I'm going to whiz through this and I'm using the chisel. So don't be scared to use the chisel. The chisel just lets you cover larger areas quicker. So for the roses, because I've doodled them really easily, the roses are the easiest flower to colour in. I would normally spend ages doing this. So 2 roses. I'm trying not to forget anything. I'll bring it in and show you what I've done so you know how to do it yourself. So for the roses, I'm starting from the inside again. The smaller one, it doesn't really matter so much because the area's quite small. You can be really loose with it. So I'm just basically gone at the bottom of each petal. And in the centre, because it's wrapped up a lot, it doesn't matter. Sort of, Karen. The roses you don't need to worry so much about. I could have coloured the whole thing in the first colour because they are small. Oops. They're only small areas, so the roses are the easiest to colour in. And of course on this section that's going behind, I don't even need to worry about that. Because we're only going to see, look, a tiny section of it. So I'll concentrate more on the top one because that's the one that we're going to see the most. And then we'll move to the next colour down. So the next colour down is exactly the same routine. Easy peasy. And I know I'm whizzing through this, I apologise, but you don't want to watch me colouring in all night. And then to the lightest one, so the lightest one all over. So all over with the lightest one. And this is not the lightest one. This is not the lightest one. But this is a good opportunity for me to show you how to fix it. This is the middle colour, and it should have been the lightest, but don't panic. Don't panic. It can be fixed. This is something you need to do really when you sat having a peaceful hour, if you ever get them, and colour it in sections. You can do some amazing things with these stamps and the pens, obviously. And it's worth me mentioning to you as well that I'm still using my first sets of pens, so I've not actually replaced any of my pens. I'm just carrying on so that it matches. You can see the colour palette's lovely. Hi Deirdre. Eating a seriously strong toy. I spoke to Deirdre at the shop the other day as well. I was surprised more of you didn't phone up, but I'm glad you didn't because I got some work done. So I've literally just gone in with the middle colour instead of the palest one. That'll teach me. So I'm going to go back in with the darker one. So this is the strongest colour. And I'm just following the inside of the petals. So just on the inside. And same on this one. The thing you've got to remember as well is these stamps are really, really forgiving. They are like funky. So if you colour it in and you think it's rubbish, don't throw it away because it won't be. So I'm just following the inside of each petal. Hang on, missed a bit, forgot. You can see how easy it is. I better do a little bit on here as well. Don't do this on your dining table either. Make sure you've got some cardstock underneath it or something. Yeah, trying to do a workout. So you can see where we're going, we're coming together. So that was because I've done the medium colour, I'm going to do the medium colour again, which is 172. So we're all over with the medium colour, and this should make it a touch darker than the other flower. And if I just show you that corner, you can see how the darker colour is starting to bleed in. Did I do that one? Remember, circles, wherever you can, circles are better. I'll whiz through this. And hopefully you can see the shading. And I'm not spending ages on this. It's not like colouring in a whimsical character. So these are really, really easy. And then on this one, we're only going to see the edge, so I don't need to spend ages. Oh, look at that, look. I think I am going to do the opposite. So here we go. Let's just get on with the other part. It won't take too long now. And then for the last flower, which is the biggest one. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Back to the daisies. Not the daisies, the butterflies. So back to the butterflies. So you can see where we've got the lovely darts. Yeah, I always lose track of time when I'm colouring. So we've got the lovely darts. And now we're going to blend those out a bit. So I'm going to cover the whole thing with the lightest colour. So we're going over all the lovely dots with the lightest colour. Remember, don't your instinct is to keep going over it, but don't, because you'll ruin it. You've got to allow the alcohol to evaporate. It's only as the alcohol is evaporating that the blending can occur. So we'll leave those there for a second, and then we'll move on to the last flower. So the last flower is literally just this one here. I have got a leaf in there, And I'm probably going to do the leaf a really dark olive green. I might even do it orange. So we're going to just use the two palest colours on this larger flower. And I'm going in with the lightest one first this time. And this time, just to be awkward, I'm going from the outside in. There's only a little bit showing, so you don't need to worry about it too much. I'll just show you what I've done. I know, Lozzie, I wished I'd got time to do this all the time. I just don't have time. So what we've done with this larger flower look is I've gone from the outside in. So this time I want the outside to be darker. Entirely up to you. You're in control. And I've gone down where the lines are, look, for each petal. Yeah. And I'm going to repeat that just on the edge here, even though you're not going to see much of it. I don't need to worry about that part. I certainly don't need to worry about this because you can't see it. It just looks pretty. So that was the lightest colour. I'm going to go with the next one up. Still from the outside in. This is the only one that I've done outside in. And you'll see why when I put it together. I can't see anything you're saying to me just yet, but I promise you I will look. I will look later. So I've on this flower, I've purposefully not used any of the darker tones, just so it looks slightly different to everything else that we've done. I know we're not going to see much of this, but I just want it to match. Isn't that gorgeous like that? So that's where we're at, look. Love it, love it, love it, yeah? So you can see, look, that the outside of this petal is now darker of each petal. And we're going to come back with the paler colour. So this time I'm going from the inside out, just to confuse you even more. And I'm going over everything. And hopefully when this dries, we will have slightly darker on the outside of the petal. If you've never tried alcohol pens before, just treat yourself because they're a doddle to work with. And these just make it so easy. So now look, if I show you that as a whole, you can see this, well hopefully you can see this flower is slightly paler than this flower, And this flower is slightly paler than that one because we've had the dark turquoise in the centre. I've just got to finish this one. And then I'm just going to grab oh, sorry, I need to go back to the middle colour for this. Middle colour for the daisies. Oh, that's pretty. Not daisies, butterflies even. Oops. Oh, I've beheaded him nearly. Poor thing. And now if I just show you this, if I just show you these, as that's drying, look, as that's drying, it's giving us a lovely mottled effect. That one's not dry yet, but we're getting a lovely mottled effect just from using the same colour pens and allowing it to dry. So let's choose a olivey green. I want a darker green for this. Let's just see what colour this is. That's perfect. So I'm not going to worry about shading the leaves because it's literally just that tiny section there. So I'm not worrying about that. Here we go. I don't know whether I mentioned, don't use these pens on your dining table unless you've got some protection over it, because the pens will come through a lot. It's meant to. And no leaf on there, and no leaf on there. And now we are getting somewhere. Crikey, it's 8:20. I hope you're not bored to tears. So now I want a lovely burnt orange for the centre of these flowers. A lovely dark orange. Let's see what this one looks like. That's terracotta, which is rather lovely. Dark yellow. Let's see if that's too yellow. It is. Mahogany. Let's see what mahogany looks like. Mahogany looks like mahogany. I'm sure there's another one. Let's try this one. Oops. Ah, perfect. Perfect. 103. 21. Right, here we go. So centres. I don't need to do the centres on there. The centres on this one are so tiny, you won't notice any blending on it. Not really. But this one, you will. So because it's just a small area, I'm just colouring the whole thing. And then on the top, you can see where I've put the little seedy bits. Yeah. There's another leaf on the big corner. Ah. Thank you, Sue. I'll get to that in a sec. So I'm just going to shade that half. That's literally, look, just 2 colours, and so very well spotted. And did I put the green back? I did, and I can't remember which one it was. It was that one. Thanks, Sue. Just make sure I've gone in far enough. I have, yeah. It's funny, you know, because it looks fab whichever way you do it, it looks fab. So whether you do it like that, it looks fab, or whether you do it like that, it looks fab. And I think I'm favouring opposite Katie Cornered. Okay, so we are coloured in, apart from that. You can tell I'm rushing this, but I just want to get the card put together. Just so you've not watched me colour in for an hour, 2 hours. So I am going to do opposite corners, because I really like that. I think that looks really, really classy. It gives you a hint of what's underneath it. So whilst we've got these colours out, so I just pop these out of the way. The butterflies look really rather lovely. So I've popped those out of the way, and then I've got my die cuts here. So I want you to remember that your pens are not just for, they're not just for colouring in images. So I can tell you that I don't have a cardstock. I don't have a cardstock that matches this. There isn't. We've got totally turquoise. We've got totally turquoise, and we've also got like new rust and what have you, but none of it will match perfectly. So I couldn't, even if I wanted to, die cut these in coordinating cardstock. I've got one missing. Here it is. So I'm going to colour these in with my pens because I can. And I'm going to do these in the dark orange colour. Oops. So I'm just gliding the chisel. Isn't that just fabulous? So I'm just gliding the chisel over the top. I'm going to do the same with the middle of the sentiment topper. I'm leaving the base clear. So I'm leaving the base one blank because I'm going to glitter it. But the middle one, I'm going to do the same colour. So just around the edge. Because we can. I missed a bit, I knew I would. So. Something really useful with the alcohol pens, you can match it up with any cardstock. Yeah, absolutely. It's a bonus. It's like a twofer. Like a twofer. Anybody can do it. So Steve, don't put yourself down. I've just flicked over to YouTube. Oh, Janet, I'll see you on Wednesday. I can't wait to meet you, Janet, on Wednesday. I hope you're prepared for it. The class have told me I've got to behave. I said it would probably last for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to colour in the other ones now. And I'm going to go for the darker turquoise. Oh, that's just so fabulous. Oops, well, that was fabulous. I tell you what, we won't use that one. I was a bit rough, sorry. Oh. Oh, that's made me laugh. Destroying foliage, beheading dragonflies and butterflies. Oh, that's hilarious. And I'll do this one another colour. Let's go for the palest one. Oh, that's giving me a chuckle. In fact, I wonder if I'd be safe for doing it with the bullet. There you go, look. So we've now coloured in our embellishments, and these little die cuts will now perfectly match our card. Oh, I don't know whether I mentioned to you all tonight's giveaway. So tonight's giveaway is that that one on YouTube, that one on Facebook. Oh dear, I'm kidding. We'll probably do the alcohol pens. Right, so just while I allow that to all dry in, let's get a sentiment stamped. So these are the new, these are obviously the new dies, and they are being dispatched from Wednesday, I think, or Thursday. So they're actually with us tomorrow. So by the time the girls have counted them all in and checked them into the warehouse, we'll be dispatching on Wednesday or Thursday. So if you haven't got these yet, I can tell you, because Karen showed me the list on Saturday. Karen showed me the list on Saturday that the entire delivery is nearly spoken for. So let's just stamp a little sentiment for this. Tuck it underneath something. Oh, Rob, tuck it underneath something. I suppose I could, but I'm not. So let's have... Oh, that's pretty. Well done for you. Happy birthday. Best wishes. Someone special. With love. I always like with love. No die cuts were harmed in the process of making this card. Well, that's a lie, because she saw me, I did. I was told I might need earmuffs, but who told you that, Janet? I bet it's that Sue Reardon. Just for everybody who's wondering what I'm talking about, Janet is on... I don't know whether you're over on Facebook as well, Janet, but Janet is coming to the shop on Wednesday to my class as a birthday treat. And I was joking with my class about having to behave for a bit. So I'm going to stamp a little bit towards this side. I'm just going to stand up to do this. So I'm just going to try and line that up. It's either straight or it isn't. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's really, really pretty. Oh, have you, Mill? So have I. No, I'm joking. I ain't even made it yet. Where have I just put them? It's only 8:30. I don't know why I'm rushing. Right. So let's get this layered up. So foam tape on this piece. You know what? Get a drink, Phil. Oh, I forgot to turn my heater on. Denise says if that was me, that would never be straight. What, the stamping? Oh, straight, look. Here we go. Let's start the assembly. Oh dear. It looks lovely. Look how it's all coming together though, look. All that colour just from a couple of pens. So I am layering this sentiment die cut up just because I want the dimension from it. If you squint your eyes, it's straight. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm delirious. Oh, that's brilliant. Who said that? Let me just look back at that. Let me just look back at that. Who said that? That's not how you spell with love. Thank you, Margaret. I don't think I'm trying to be funny, Margaret. I think I'm just delirious tonight. It was Jane. Well spotted, Jane. I said I was going for the with love stamp and we've ended up with for you. Oh dear. That's brilliant. I was testing you, Jane. I was testing to see if you were paying attention. So I'm going to do this from this side just so I can line it up easier. He says, that's lovely. And then this one's also going on foam tape, but I might just need to do smaller pieces. That's because I'm not concerned. That's the alcohol in the pens. It's made me delirious. And the lack of coffee, clearly. Well, you can't say we don't have fun. Stamp first. That's brilliant, Alice, and I'm glad it gives you a laugh. Jane passed the test. She did, Teresa. Right, come on, Phil. Get your act together. So, a bit more glue just so I've got some wiggle time. And I'm going to do it again from the other side. You can see what I've done. I've moved it further down. That's because it's going to be covered by the tags. How pretty is that? Isn't that just fabulous? I love these new dies. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm going to pop the glitter on that first, just so it can be drying whilst we do everything else. So I'm just going to glitter around the scallops. I'm not doing the whole thing. You can't say we don't have fun on these live. I can't even call it a demonstration tonight. It's just banter. So I've just glittered the scallops on the bottom one. I've kept the sentiment one plain, just so it keeps it a little bit neater. I've got the two little tags here, and they are going to be offset. I'm not putting anything else on the tags. So I'm just going to pop that where I want it. So there are no die cut flowers on this card. Everything is from the stamps. And then I'm just going to thread a little bit of twine. I'm going to put a bit more foam tape under that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of twine through there and tie a knot. Or I will if I can find my twine. I'm just going to separate this so that it's a little bit thinner. So I'm just doing an ordinary tie on this. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. Just get that tied in a double. Stop it working loose. That will do nicely, and then we'll start getting this card put together. So we've already got 2 base layers. So this one is just going to go on with glue. No upside down bow. So the first layer is going on flat, and then that's going on. I am going to be a rebel, and I am doing opposite corners because I like the hint. I like the hint of underneath. I really like that. I hope I've gone far enough in. I haven't. You are rubbish tonight, Phil Martin. Absolutely rubbish. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's right. Bear with me, I'm fixing the mistakes. The bits you can see that I didn't think you would. Yeah, that's nice, that's lovely. And then foam tape. Will there be gems? There very well may be. So remember, when you're doing your layering stamp, it's dead easy to do. You just need to allow for the smaller size. And although I love the technique, I actually really like that we've got a hint of the stamp underneath, which surprised me because I didn't think I would. But I do. Here we go. Slow and steady wins the race, so they say. So remember, pure white cardstock is a really close match to the brilliant white of the alcohol card. You will not be able to get a decent finish from the alcohol pens on normal cardstock because it just sucks the ink in and it doesn't allow it to move around. So this is the bottom one. That was the chair creaking. I didn't put any glue on that, which is very naughty of me. So we'll get the diamond dazzle around the edge of that because it's the law. So the whole point of this demo was to show you how to do the layering stamping, which I have done. So just remember, if you've got really intricate stamps like my music backgrounds, for example, you may need to wiggle, you may need to move the smaller layering first. You can also, if you're heavy-handed, just use a sheet of paper and stamp them both in one go. I've never been very successful with that. So let's just get this put together. And then this one's going on foam tape as well. It does look really pretty, and it's really, really easy to do. If you have a go and you can't get it right, just let me know. So this one is going on. This one's going on foam tape as well. And it's purely because I like the dimension, you know I do. I wonder if I could pop a 70 on this for my mum. I hope she's not watching. No, I'll make her I've got an idea. I'll make her a special one. Okay. So remember, get your alcohol pens or start your collection whilst they're half price. They should be 40 quid a set, and they're only 20 at the minute. So you get, it's basically a 2 for 1 if you buy 2. So, oh, I've just stuck my scissors in that. That's very annoying. Just stabbed my nail or something in that, which is going to bug me. So obviously we could be going layer on layer, but I'm being a rebel because I really like that. I really like that, and that shocked me. So we have effectively done all 4 corners, but we've only actually coloured in properly 2 of them. But doesn't that look fab? Doesn't that look fab with that little hint underneath? So now let's put this card together. Here we go. So the tags are going on first. No, they're not. The sentiment's going on first. And then the tag. So the sentiment is going on glue gel. It doesn't it, Alison? Alison's just said it looks so good in the opposite corners, and it absolutely does. And I would never, ever, ever have thought that because I took the time to show you how to line it up. But it does, it looks fabulous. I'll be doing that again. So cocktail stick, I'm just going to look at YouTube because I've neglected you tonight. So YouTube, glue, what have I missed? Rob says glue, not mistakes, just learners, yeah that's true. But it does balance it lovely, doesn't it? So, oops, glue gel. So the sentiment is going on first. There's not a single die cut flower on this card. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? So the sentiment is going to go here, look. And look how that lovely burnt orange colour, look. Is that straight? Hang on. It is. So now some foam tape. So foam tape first, and then some glue gel to lift it even higher. So the tags are going off the edge of that sentiment. Oops. So, ton of glue gel. That's bugging me. So, glue gel, and I'm making it a little bit higher, just so I can raise that higher than the sentiment. And if I haven't got enough on, I'll scream. So the tags are going over the edge of the sentiment. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Just checking, look, that the glue gel's touching the card. If the glue gel's touching the card, you're good to go, because once that sets, it's set. And then I'm going to bring the butterflies in, and I'm almost tempted, in fact I am going to do it. I'm going to just take that dark terracotta colour. So I'm going to take this dark terracotta colour, and I'm literally just going to do the tips. Using the chisel. Yes, you'll see that in a second. Just tiny details. So just while I'm doing this, let me remind you about my blog. Because Saz did remind me to do a little thingy for the image, a little image for you. So if you haven't yet, or if you don't know, Saz has taken over our blog with the rest of the design team. And they are posting loads and loads of inspiration in there, and little step-by-step tutorials and what have you. So the blog is phillmartin.wordpress.com. So get on there, get yourself subscribed, or oh, it's not Phill M. Martin, it's just Phill Martin. Hang on, let me edit that. I'm so used to putting my full name. Oh dear, here we go. Fixed it. There you go. phillmartin.wordpress.com. And yeah, just sign up to the blog. It's just your email address and it's free. And then you'll get all the inspiration that the girls do straight away. You'll get an email through your inbox, obviously. So bone folder. Do you know what? I've been fed. I am worse when I've been fed. So I think next week I won't eat before. I won't eat before. So I'm just shaping the butterflies' wings. I have used the alcohol card for the butterflies as well. So we can now obviously make it match. And we are going to have 2 butterflies on here. A medium one and a large one. A medium one and a small one, sorry. And the small one is going on the tag. So the small one is going on the tag. And the large one is going just to the side. as is the law in my craft room, we are going to have some random diamond gems. So just a couple. So let's have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So just a couple, 5, just to finish it off. And I've just gone for the diamond ones because they are transparent, they're just clear. And then I've just got a couple of little foliage things to tuck in. I might not use them all. So let's just see if I want them tucked underneath the tags. Just trying to find another 5mm gem. So I've got the little foliage bits that we coloured in earlier. And I'm just going to shape them. They are going underneath the tag. I've just got to see if I want them all. Let's just have a look, see if we want them. We might not even use them. But let's see. I am using them because it's too pretty. So nearly done. Just a couple, as in 5. I'm just going to pop a couple of these underneath the tags. Let me just get that right. I just want a couple. And one of each colour, I think. I'm going to go this side. Bear with. That's the wrong angle. Same angle. I want the same angle. And then the last one. Sorry everybody, is going to go the other side. And then we are nearly done. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. Oh, look at that, 5 to 9. So I've managed to get it all done. So I just want this one the other side, just to balance it. Bear with me. Oh, don't do that again, Phil. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to stop there because that is enough. But I do like the extra little flourishes. Right, let's have a look at this close-up now. Now I've made all this mess in my craft room. And it all needs tidying up. Any volunteers? Any volunteers? Yep, nobody said yes. Right, here we go. So, how about that? Now, it sounds really silly, doesn't it? But all that was white card. That was all just white cardstock. How beautiful is that? And I love the corners. Love the colours, love the corners. Love everything about that card. And that was so easy to do. You've even got, oh, I think I've just spit on it as well, so. On the internet, search for the blog name. I can put a, is it, I can get you a link to the blog. There we go. Because I've got it open. So, oh, my eyes have gone funny. So there's a link to the blog on YouTube. And this is a link to the blog on Facebook. So go and get yourself signed up. It's only an email address. So how easy was that to do? So remember, your alcohol pens come in sets of 24. They come with the lovely hard storage case. And you've also got the little divider at the bottom as well, which is really, really useful. Start collecting them whilst they're half price. That's all I can say. And I think we'll do a giveaway for a set of alcohol pens because I think it's a nice freebie. So let's I don't know which set you'll get. It'll be whatever the girls put their hand to at the shop. But you will get a set of alcohol pens worth 40 quid originally. So how about that? So let's do YouTube first. I'm going to do all the little doodahs. So if you haven't yet, please do give us a like and a follow on Facebook. So Facebook is Sentimentally Yours. Or the shop, which is Honeypot Crafts, or my Facebook page, which is Phill Crafty Martin. Obviously, you see me posting the most on Sentimentally Yours. My Instagram is Phill M Martin. TikTok, this'll shock you, is Phill M Martin. Twitter, when I remember to use it, is Phill M Martin. I love my TikTok now. And YouTube, obviously most of you are watching on YouTube. So for those of you that aren't watching on YouTube, do get yourself subscribed, please. It's Crafting with Phill Martin. And as I mentioned earlier, the Facebook group. So our Facebook group is Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. And you must accept the rules, otherwise I won't let you in. Right, so over to YouTube. Let's choose a winner for a set of alcohol pens. How good am I? So generous. So let's get you winning some alcohol pens. So if your name is drawn, remember this is just random. I don't choose anybody. It's just random where the mouse stops. So if your name is chosen, please just send me a private message. It has to be on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with your name and address and a reminder of what you've won, which is a set of the alcohol pens tonight. So good luck, everybody. Here we go on YouTube. I'm going all the way to the top of all the lovely comments. So here we go. Scroll, scroll, scroll. I'm making sure I don't miss anybody. And my mouse has landed on... My mouse has landed. That sounds awful, doesn't it? But the mouse has stopped on Denise Wilson. So congratulations, Denise. You've won yourself a set of my alcohol pens. You know the drill. Send me a message on Facebook with your name and address and a reminder of what you've won. I must have got giddy because my mat's out of sync. So over to you, Facebook. So good luck, everybody on Facebook. You didn't know I could sing. And my mouse has stopped on Bridget Bell. So Bridget Bell, congratulations. You've won yourself a set of the alcohol pens as well. So you know the drill. Name and address, please, on a private message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. And we will get you a set of pens in the post. Spit spot, as Mary Poppins would say. How beautiful is that? I told you it was one of the simplest cards I've ever made. So thank you very much for your time, everybody. I will see you in the Facebook group on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. with a very, very special, pretty, better than half price exclusive deal. So don't miss that on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. So thank you, everybody. I'm now going to get myself a hot coffee and watch and read back all your comments just in case I need to reply to any of them. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.